Start your financial wellness journey today at momentum.co.za.
The news of a new baby is one of the most exciting moments a couple experiences, but it's often shortly followed by panic. I mean, how on earth am I going to afford this child? I remember going for a walk with my 3 kids one day when a stranger walked by and pointed to each child. He said, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and then ran off. I mean, I was dumbstruck, but turns out he was underestimating the cost of raising a child. At the end of last year, the government calculated that for an average middle-income South African family, the cost of raising a child from birth to 18 years of age is, get this, 1.6 million rand. I mean, this means your child is likely to cost you around 250 rand a day or 7,500 rand a month. So, I mean, how do you budget for a baby? And that question is what I'm posing to Estelle. Lovely to have you in studio again, Estelle.
Thank you, Michael. Very difficult question. How do you budget for a baby?
Well, there we go, and that's why we got the expert in, you know.
Yeah.
What are some of the mistakes, financial mistakes, that new parents make as they're preparing for their baby?
Number one, I think not preparing for the baby financially. Number two is, not knowing what you're in for. I would say, speak to people, understand what's coming your way, and then, make proper plans, put proper plans in place. Yeah. Speak to a financial advisor, get some savings going for your baby. You might think, it's still 6 years before they have to go to do official school, etc. Those years creep on you, and then the money is gone.
Well, let me ask you exactly that, savings for a baby. When should we start saving for a baby? I mean, at the moment I catch a girl's eye and I think, hey, this
I would say so.
Wow.
The day that you realize you're pregnant is most probably too late, but none of us, have most probably the liberty to start earlier, but as soon as possible. And being a mom and a dad is a huge responsibility, life cover. I mean, if you're not there today, who's going to look after your child? Yeah. All those things are really, really important. Medical aid. The little ones get sick so often, and you need to be covered, and you have to be on the best possible plan that you can be.
Okay, I just need to say at this point, don't run away and not have a child. I mean, we're going to get to a solution here. So give us some practical tips for saving that. I mean, what would you do?
Look, if you're now just thinking about time is the most valuable thing that you can have on your side when you save for whatever goal, house, car, or your child. So the sooner, the better. And if I can just give like a rule of thumb to you, if you start saving the day that your child is born, 500 Rand a month, or you leave it until they're 10 years old, like your daughter is now, you're going to save double. So if it was 500 Rand, you're going to save 1,000 Rand. And then education costs increase more than normal inflation. It's not the average 6.5, it's 9 and even more. Depends on where you're going.
It's just, I mean, these costs just escalate and escalate. Here's a bit of a loaded question. Should moms go back to work? I mean, what's the financial implication there? Okay?
Moms, I know it's very difficult. We all want to spend time with our children. Number one, I think keep your tools sharp. Know what's going on in your career, even if you are not there. And try all options. Maybe negotiate less hours. Maybe ask if you can do some work from home, because I mean there are times that babies, little children go to bed very early. 6, 6:30 they're out and they're in bed. Yes, I know new moms also want to be out in bed, but maybe you can squeeze in another 2 hours of work there.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would say, try to get the best of both worlds. It's not always possible, but as the job market are currently, I would say, keep your foot in the door.
I mean, it's almost an associated question. What about the impact on retirement for moms?
Yeah, that's a very big question. Say, for instance, you are so lucky to now stay at home. I think the one thing that you and your husband should not even negotiate on is to carry on saving for both your retirements. Because now suddenly the second income is not there, and with that you drop the payment to pension or a retirement annuity. So now 2 people want to retire on one person's salary, and that one person now need to fund for 2 people. So that's quite hectic. I would say that's not a negotiable.
Wow, Estelle, tough but important discussion we've had today. Would you say at the end of all of this that the benefits of having a child outweigh the challenges?
I would say if you ask a new mom that is sleep deprived, you might get another answer. But yeah, my daughter is now all grown up, and I don't think there is even
Yeah,
a
that's not a
question
question.
around.
No, it is a
You
tongue-in-cheek
just
question.
love your children to bits and you would love to do everything for them.
Yeah. And
So
you'll
hence
work
you
that
need to
second, third, fourth job just to make sure they get a great
Absolutely,
education and a
yes.
great upbringing.
Yeah.
Great. Estelle, thanks for those tips. Awesome. I mean, as frightening as these figures sound, it really does come down to, as Estelle said, budgeting, preparing. If you're careful in your planning and saving, you will be able to give your child what they need. Just don't forget that they need your unconditional love more than they need your money.
Start your financial wellness journey today at momentum.co.za.